live from the Experience More podcast studio. Welcome to The Huddle, where work stories, life lessons, challenges, and laughter all find a home. Because if joy doesn't show up on its own, we're absolutely dragging it in with us. Welcome to The Huddle.
The Huddle?
The Huddle.
I love it.
The Huddle.
Huddle.
Great. What do you think, Cam?
I like it. It's pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Pretty good, huh?
I think it's great.
Okay.
I really do.
But on a scale of 1 to 10.
Don't put me in this spot this early into the show.
Compared to yesterday?
Just know that Ricky will judge you.
He will. He's already
He's judging your
I'm
answer.
not judging.
You can feel his eyes from here.
I'm not judging.
100%.
So, I don't know if you noticed, but the intro guy is AI.
Yeah.
Really?
Imagine that.
Yep.
What
Sounded
isn't
like
these
David.
days, though, huh?
What was that?
What isn't these days?
For real. For real.
I think we all knew it was AI.
So this is episode 1
Yeah.
of the Experience More podcast Huddle.
It's exciting.
Huddle.
The Huddle.
The Huddle.
We're here.
So every morning we do a huddle.
We do.
And what do we talk about?
Talk about a lot of different things. Usually it all circles around either something motivational, it's a learning lesson for everyone, or it's just ultimately just a feel-good thing. So we're all starting on the same page and, starting the day off with the same energy and all just being one. And it's definitely been, it's a huge part of our team since I've been here.
Yep. Remember that since the beginning, we've always said that we recruit leaders, right? And so it's an opportunity for everybody to stand in the gap of like what it looks like to speak to people and lead a conversation. And
When I think too, it's kind of morphed into people talk about what's going on with themselves personally. And so I feel like it strengthens the bond for all of us because it just is about 15 minutes of just pure vulnerability where it opens up a space to grow and learn and become personal.
most of the time, because if you're experiencing something and are sharing that with the group, inevitably someone's either already experienced that or will experience that.
Correct.
Yeah.
Some of my best quotes are from Cameron's Huddles.
Oh, well, thank you.
You're always
He
very
does
prepared.
always have
Yeah.
the quote. You and Sam,
I was just going to say, he and Sam are the preachers of the group.
for sure.
Yep, they're the preachers.
Sam takes you on a journey with his huddles. He gets his
does.
chair ready and he sits down and
Yeah.
says, "Right, we're going for a ride. Everyone take a seat.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. We're going to
Yeah.
be here for a half hour."
He does.
Yeah.
He does.
And then he wonders why we don't take notes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He sends them after. It's
He's
fine.
like, "If you remember this huddle from 6 months ago," Sam, sorry, dude, forgot my notebook. And he's just like,
And it's always
Elevate it.
something super deep,
Yeah.
like
Deep cut.
Deep cut.
That he gets
like
from
the
his
B-side.
fantasy books.
Oh yeah, it's true. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
The dungeon, the
Or
deep.
from attending Comic Con.
Comic Con.
Yeah, there's something ridiculous. After the deep ones, I feel like I need to take like a 30-minute introspective walk and just like
Right.
just like watch fallen leaves and sit by a riverbank and just rethink my whole life after one of Sam's huddles.
I didn't know I had problems until one of Sam's huddles.
Yeah. I thought I was doing just fine. Now I got to get back into
Sam's
therapy.
really good at helping us reveal all of our problems.
Yeah.
Go sit down by Lake Natoma and just ponder your life.
Yeah.
Just
Oh my
ridiculous.
God.
And then call your
So-
clients and help them ponder theirs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gosh.
So last night we had quite a few people here in our office.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
We hosted our annual vendor appreciation party / happy hour / luncheon / early dinner.
It's morphed. It
It is more, but it was great. It was great. There were a lot of people here, a lot of the people that we do business with throughout the year, and it was a good time. Any surprises or thoughts from last night?
What I loved was that, we are kind of the common ground, we reach out to all the vendors, but what was really cool is that watching the vendors thank one another that have gotten to know each other through us and our team, like to hear Dimitri, and Malcolm talking about, something powerful between the two of them it was really cool to see just relationships that have formed and grown over the years just from, vendors that solely wouldn't have never met each other.
And they would not have known each other if it weren't for, didn't they meet last year at our vendor Thanksgiving event? Yeah, that was really cool. I also spent quite a bit of time with Glenn Rose, our photographers. And I think that sometimes you run so hard and so fast in this business that you don't take time to get to know the people that you work with, right? And I felt like I got to know them at a whole other level. last night. Like, one of them used to be a missionary. And I'm like, what? I didn't even know that.
I didn't know that either.
And, like, shame on me for not knowing the people that we call on to help us every day, you know? So that was, I think that was one of the cool things of last night.
Well, Brian said that they even wanted to potentially join us on our mission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're considering it now.
Yeah.
Going with
Amazing.
us. Yeah.
And then James from PRMG drove all the way up from Elk Grove,
Made it happen.
made it happen.
I
What
just
a guy.
learned he lives in Elk Grove at like
Yeah.
7 p.m. last night. He's like, all right, guys, I got to get going. I'm like, you live in Elk Grove?
I know. It's a long way. That's why he shows up at Cam's house sometimes late at night and stays until midnight chatting.
Yeah, just chatting
Chatting
around the kitchen
actually-
table. The fireside chats at the kitchen table.
About Sam's huddles.
No, really?
Couple conversations. Yeah.
Hey, what
was
is
a tangent?
Didn't he bring some food over one time?
Yeah, he brought me lumpia.
For your birthday.
Yeah, for my birthday.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was an occasion.
No, it
It was
wasn't
an
occasion.
occasion.
Well, that's what started. He's like, hey, man, I'm going to swing by the house real quick. I'm headed to the gym. I'm like, dude, you don't have to come down from Elk Grove to Lodi. Like, you don't have to swing by the house. It's like 7 o'clock. He's like, man, I'm on my way to the gym. Don't worry about it. I'll make some phone calls on the way down. He walked in the door, handed me the lumpia. We sat down. We started chatting. And then it was like, all right, it's 8:30. Like, man, we got to get you to the gym. He's like, I'm not going to the gym, bro. Then I was like, all right, dude.
He's like, break
I'm
open the lumpia.
I'm like, let me get you something to drink, dude. We'll sit down and we'll chat this out. And
Did he bring any last night?
not that I was aware of. No.
But Chloe did. Cameron brought some food.
Yeah,
that Chloe made for us.
Chloe made us some Rice Krispie treats.
Yeah.
that were not the non-traditional Rice Krispie treats. Since she's gluten free, basically we had a whole bunch of pretzels and a whole bunch of stuff at the house that she couldn't eat, and she was like, you know what? I'm just gonna make a gluten bomb for the office, and just absolutely just some killer Rice Krispie treats.
She crushed it. I had one about an hour ago.
Oh, I've eaten 3 so far today.
Yeah.
That was my breakfast.
Yeah.
How's that gluten sitting with you?
You know what? I'm thankful I'm not gluten free because I'm doing all right now.
Here's what I know about last night, though. And with the relationship that you've gotten into with James and all of us with PRMG and really everybody in the room is, you know, Gary Keller said a couple of years ago that relationships are the new currency. And I just think that the world is designed to, like, break relationships, I think. There's just a lot of conflict out there every day. Just you're doom scrolling and you're not really seeing a lot of positive things. And so I just appreciate the fact that we take time to say, hey, how are you? What's your world look like? Who are you? How can we be part of it? And by the way, it helps us navigate our transactions. Like, can you imagine not knowing our inspectors very well, or not knowing our photographers very well, or not knowing our lenders very well? I mean, we place calls to them and they bend over backwards for us because we're in relationship with them.
Well, for example, Alfredo.
Alfredo.
So he even said to us,
Unsung hero.
from Good Life, from Good Life, right? Good Life.
Yeah.
Yep,
So
yep.
so we have Alfredo who's here. One of the last vendors to leave last night.
He does that every year.
Right.
Yeah.
He loves us.
And,
we
and
love him.
what's cool about that is if we can tell the buyers, and listen, when you're going to be up against a situation where they're going to have to shrink that inspection time frame, we can call Alfredo. I told him, he just last night he said, listen, because he said, man, thanks for keeping us busy. And I said, yeah, absolutely. I said, hey, sorry, sometimes, we got like quick turns because we're trying to get offers accepted, a 7-day inspection contingency. And he says to me, quote, listen, man, if you have a 2-day inspection contingency, I'll just go out at night and do it for you guys.
Wow.
He told me that. A recent story with my escrow in Stockton right now. I had a 10-day inspection contingency, and something was a little wonky in the first half of things. I gave him a call before we were even in escrow. I'm like, hey, I have something down in Stockton. Can you help me out? He's like, time, place, whenever it is, just let me know. I'll be there.
He is
And he
incredibly loyal.
and I met him down there for the inspection, and he's like, I just came from Auburn. He drove from Auburn all the way down to
Dang.
Stockton. And
Well-
one day, and he's like, this is my last one. I'm going to drive all the way back up to Cameron Park.
Yep.
Another hour and 20 minutes back home.
He told me he only came for the beer cheese soup.
Oh,
Well,
did he? At
I
Charles
would say
Shelby.
half the people came for just the beer cheese.
He didn't leave the crock pot. He was drinking right out of the crock pot
I mean,
beer cheese
it's
soup.
that good.
Yeah.
It's that
I know.
good.
I need to have some in a little Tupperware in my
It's on
car.
request.
Well,
I gotta
did
call,
you
just
did
get
you
it.
hear what
I'll bring
happened
you
to
some more
Kaylee?
on
No.
Monday.
Okay, good.
That Kaylee loved the beer cheese soup so much she accidentally ate a portion of her spoon.
No.
She did. That did happen. She showed me.
She got a crunchy piece. This piece is a little
She looked
crunchy.
down and a piece of
She's
her
like,
spoon
Shelby,
was missing.
what did you put in the recipe this year? I did not put spoons in the beer cheese soup, just to be
Oh
clear.
my gosh. Have you ever seen that happen before? Because I've seen that happen one other time.
Apparently
Yeah.
we need better plastic
Utensils.
spoons.
I was at I think it was like Red Robin once, and they put like big, huge skewers in the sandwiches.
Yeah.
And I must have been hungry because I like went for it, and like the skewer
Ow.
stuck in my mouth.
No.
Yes, it was like propped open like a mouse trap.
Like a dentist.
I kept my mouth open. I couldn't get it shut. I'm pulling out.
I
Blood
don't think we should go down a path of talking about what sometimes happens with our food at restaurants.
Well, let's talk about the food last night though. There was our whole island, and the bar was completely full of some really magical food.
Insane spread.
What stood out?
The pizza rolls that you brought were the
It
only
was like
plate
we were in
cleared.
college again.
Yeah.
You know? I was eating some of your snacks this morning. What's that little mix you brought?
It's called popcorn kryptonite.
Oh.
It's
like
really good.
Yeah, it was like peanut butter mixed with white chocolate mixed with some.
It was delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you where to get it. Would you like to know?
Sure.
If I told you where to get it, would you go get some?
It depends because there are some stores I don't visit. Candidly.
Let me give you a clue. It's about a mile from here.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Does it begin with a W?
It does begin with a W.
Oh, I might be out.
Oh,
that's,
come on.
No.
That's where you got it? Really?
Katie, high
Listen.
five.
No wonder
Hey,
my stomach hurts.
Hey, guys, don't hate. They might be a sponsor of our podcast when we're getting millions of visitors.
You're right. And you know what? They did supply us while in Mexico.
They did.
Yeah.
They did.
On our mission
They
trip.
did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I went over there because I wanted to. Originally, I was going to go to Sam's to get the classic shrimp cocktail,
Yes.
and that didn't
looking
work out.
forward to that.
That didn't work out.
Sam's Club.
Sam's
for
Club.
Shrimp cocktail.
Or
The one in
Sam's
the
house.
plastic container.
Not Sam. He's going to get. Hey, I'm going to go over to Sam's house to get shrimp cocktail. He's going to give me like a huddle while he's at it.
That's what I thought you said.
He's going to give me like some
Yeah.
some spiritual journey.
You can't text that. You have to call someone over that if you're going to tell them,
Right.
because
So-
it could get totally misconstrued.
Yeah, you're
from
right.
text.
You're right. So I went over. I couldn't get the shrimp over there, and so then I went to Walmart, and they had. At first, I was going to get taquitos,
Okay.
and I was walking down the frozen aisle, and I was like, I saw those pizza bites, and I was like, oh man, that's going to hit the spot, and I wasn't even embarrassed. And guess how many came in the bag?
6.
It said literally about 130.
I was going to say 6. What?
I was thinking I was still on taquitos, not on the pizza roll bites.
Okay, the pizza roll bite, the boxes are huge.
We should have a themed Christmas party, and everybody has to bring a dish of like the things that you ate in the middle of the night during college.
I was going to say favorite drunk food.
Well, but so Shelby, no offense, but a lot of people were upset that there was no ranch with the pizza.
Yeah. Well, that was because you care for me, and so you didn't bring ranch because we don't do white creamy things around here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So recently we learned. Hey, and by the way, going to dinner with Shelby and Brian,
Oh gosh.
it's a journey. But basically, their orders have more steps than the mortgage process.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'd agree.
Well, the most appropriate question to ask at a restaurant is there an item on your menu that might change my life? Mm-hmm. Right?
But how do you know their taste buds are the same as yours?
Well, I don't, but I trust my gut, and so I look at how they respond.
But do you trust their gut?
Depends what they eat.
I definitely don't trust yours or Brian's, because y'all want to take me to like places that you think are not going to jack your stomach up, which is funny because you think like eating fruit is going to jack your stomach up, but you'll take me over to places that, none of us would want to eat at.
But here's like, we'll go to a restaurant, we'll be away on work or whatever, and you all been there before too, and it will be like some sort of meal, and then cilantro is not even listed on the menu.
Oh yeah, see,
Okay.
that's a fail.
It's not even mentioned in the ingredients.
We're not even at a Mexican restaurant.
No.
Just don't
No.
mention-
It's Olive Garden.
and
And
all of a
it's not
sudden,
written.
and all of a sudden she'll take a bite out of it, and she'll be like literally, I'm thinking that she's having like a heart attack or something. And yeah, and then she's like, "There's cilantro."
Call
in
an
here.
ambulance.
Yes,
And then I'm like,
yes. And then,
Gotta get it out of my mouth.
And then the poor waitress is like, "Oh my God, are you allergic?" She goes, "No." I just don't like it.
My
She's like,
God.
I'm really sorry, but I can't eat
Don't
this.
call 911.
Listen,
Yeah.
if one of my favorite questions that I like to ask people, and I ask every candidate who thinks about joining the More Real Estate Group this, what are some of the adjectives you would use to describe yourself, right? Without overthinking it. The very first word I would use to describe myself is passionate. I have extreme passion for life and good things and bad things.
Okay.
Fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of passion, we found out something about Cameron that he has passion around as of late.
So you're late to the party. I knew about this
How did
for a
you
few
know?
years.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
How did you know?
It's just a little secret I knew in my back pocket.
Well, Cameron actually is an Eagle Scout.
Get the
Well,
president
that
on the
doesn't
phone.
surprise any of us. He's the first one to open the door for any of us. He's the first one to carry the thing that we're taking to our car. He's the first one to ask if, we want coffee when he's running out to grab some. That doesn't surprise me at all.
Hey, what was
I wish more people would be.
What was the
Eagle
hardest
Scouts.
badge you had to earn? That single mom badge?
No, that's ridiculous. That's a crazy call out
What
right there.
in the world?
That's ridiculous.
I'm
Cut it
so
out.
lost.
We'll cut it out.
That's ridiculous.
We'll cut it out.
Hardest merit badge, Wilderness Survival Merit Badge.
Yeah.
That was the hardest one. I remember that was one of the last ones I needed to get. And gosh, I was way too old to be at Boy Scout camp. I was 17. By the time you're 17,
Oh, no.
by the time you're 17 and have to go, 'cause you-
Were you a camp leader?
no, dude, I will tell you this. It was the thing where I was like, get me out of here. Like, get away from me.
Wait, that's so old. You
It
should be done at like 10.
old. No, you don't.
That was like 2 years ago, bro. Bro, that was like 2 years ago.
So I was getting the Wilderness Survival Merit Badge. I am older than the person that's teaching me how to do this.
No.
Like, I'm like, what do I need to do, man? He's like, we had to go hike 2 miles out of camp. We had to hike 2 miles out of camp. We had to build our own shelter with everything that was in the general vicinity.
yourself?
Yeah, by
I am
myself.
not sending
had
my
to build
son.
it, and then they had to waterproof it. So I put a whole bunch of sticks up against a tree, and then I
Wow.
put like pine needles and dirt on it. And then he's like, "All right, man, you got to lay in it, and I got to pour a whole Nalgene bottle of water to see if it's waterproof." And
Did it
pass?
dirt is not waterproof. So he starts pouring that Nalgene, and all you hear is just me spitting in there. I had so much dirt in my eyes and in my teeth.
You get waterboarded, bro.
Pretty much. And then he's like, all right, man, you got to sleep in it. So I had to sleep in that for a night.
Even though you already didn't pass because it wasn't
Yeah.
waterproof.
Right.
Yeah.
What?
It wasn't waterproof, slept in it for a night in a sleeping bag, soaking wet.
But
And
then
then
they gave
in the
you
morning.
a badge?
Yeah.
But you didn't pass.
But he tried.
Well, he's
He
like,
was
I'll give
too
you another
old.
second.
Okay.
So I just, then that first initial thing of water turned it into mud, and that's what made it waterproof.
What'd you learn? What'd you learn?
That I meant for tent and RV camping, not
Yes.
wilderness survival.
But you could survive. If you
No,
needed.
not at all. No, there's no way.
Oh, that's
I
brutal.
could do okay.
Okay.
Hey, what?
Once that last granola bar gets eaten out of my pack, it's
toast.
Yeah,
So
it's
the
Lord of the Flies.
Speed
Whoever's
test.
with me is like,
so the
voted out.
naked and afraid show you wouldn't survive.
That's the first thing I'm going to do when I get out in the wilderness.
Just strip
Is
down.
what? Being naked or afraid?
Both.
Well, I'll get naked, then people will get afraid.
Speaking of Sam.
Oh, gosh.
Oh.
Oh my god, I brought a tear.
So, can you give her a hand with the mic?
Yeah,
Just put it all the way up to her.
All right.
It just has to go up to her face.
crank
good.
it up.
That's
there you
good.
go.
That's good.
Bring it.
Do I need to hold it this whole time?
No, you're good. You're good. You're good.
Some,
No, yep.
Failure
That's
around
fine.
here.
That's fine.
Just
Okay.
the,
That's fine.
the lower it
That's
goes,
good.
just
That's
bring it up that
There
way.
you go. Like that.
it's good.
That works.
So, what was your Eagle Scout project?
So I built some bookshelves for a museum in Lafayette, California. It was like a historic museum. It was connected to the Lafayette Library, and I was just searching all around town for projects at the time. Is it has to be the project from what I remember. It has to be something helpful. You have to go in for an interview process. You have to submit your plans to your board. So it's like a full deal where it's, hey, this is who I met with. This is what they need help with. Here's what I'm thinking about providing. Here are the steps. Here's what I'm building. Here are my receipts for all the materials. Here's the hours that I will be constructing this thing, and this is how I will deliver it, and this is how it will benefit the person that I'm helping. And throughout that entire process, I ended up building 2 pretty sweet bookshelves for that museum, and I'm sure they got a whole bunch of books on there. I hope they're still there. If I go back and see them, I'm like, those are my bookshelves.
See what's interesting is aside from your group interview when you joined us.
Thank goodness
Can we go there real quick?
No, we
Can we?
cannot. Stop. This is not a pick on camera.
Let me finish this. No. This is a compliment. Remember, I also said that you were the first one to open the door, get coffee, help, right? Mm-hmm. I didn't know about all these Eagle Scout activities, and everything you just said, I think is so easy to understand because of how you show up in life. Mm-hmm. Like, I know 17 Eagle Scout activities, like we're razzing you, right? But at the same time, you have been wise beyond your years since we met you, and we met you at what
12.
age?
12.
20.
Close to 12.
He was
22.
still getting Eagle
You were
Scout.
22.
I was 22.
And you have always been wise beyond your
My
years.
Taylor
You've
Swift
always
year.
been mature. You've always been kind. You've always been aware of what needs attention or who needs help.
Mm-hmm.
And I would imagine that all of your time as an Eagle Scout at 17 years old probably prepared you for all that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Most definitely.
that's very cool.
Agreed.
Katie, were you a Girl Scout?
I was a brownie, which is
You were. That's before Girl Scouts, right?
before Girl Scouts. But I was the only brownie that went to a different elementary school. So all the other girls were at another school. So every time we had a brownie meeting, like once a month, I was just so left out. So I never fully engaged. And I mean, I did brownies, I think, for like 2 years. I sold a crap ton of Girl Scout cookies because I was not afraid to
Legion?
leech.
Door knock?
Yeah.
To go door knock.
It's probably drama why I hate door knocking now.
Right?
It's probably post brownie days.
Wait, so what did everybody do prior to real estate? College. Some of it.
Cameron was getting in
Target.
fights down there in Isla
worked at
Vista.
Target?
No, I worked at Target. That was my first official W-2
Hey, you
job.
still got your khakis.
I do still have my khakis.
Where's your red shirt?
I don't have my red shirt. But Target was the first job, and then serving at restaurants.
Yeah.
And then before that,
In
the
Santa Barbara
unofficial.
at a pizza restaurant.
Yeah, that. And then before the official like W-2 jobs, it was timing at swim meets. I babysat for a little while, which
Aw.
was one family.
When he was 17.
17?
I mean, my kids love you. They draw you pictures.
Yeah, very sweet. That was weird. It felt funky
That's weird.
babysitting. It's like
Wait, how old were you?
17.
16.
How old were the
17.
kids?
That's normal.
Please
They
say 14.
No, they were. I think one of them was 6 or 7, and the other one was 9.
6, 7.
They were both. All right.
Oh,
You did it.
you did it. You did it.
my gosh.
Cameron, you did it.
I'm leaving.
You did it.
You set yourself up.
I know I didn't subconsciously, but then they were both boys, so younger boys, and I remember
Oh, that's
they were like so like
They wanted to
hero.
be you.
You're so cool.
The hero.
Like, let's play because I was
That's
playing
awesome.
baseball at the time, and I was like, "You're a high school baseball player." I'm like, "Not that cool, bro," but
I'm not cool.
I'm going
You're
to
like,
the bigs.
I'm also a Boy Scout.
Yeah, I'm also a Boy Scout.
It's interesting when you talk about that, Shelby, and you talk about what we did before and how all of that relates into like what we're doing today.
It absolutely does.
And then part of it, like I'm thinking about Cameron and Eagle Scouts and babysitting and people, just being a genuine awesome guy.
Yeah. No doubt.
And then we go into like the discussion and the conversation about our big whys, right? And where does that actually start?
Yeah,
Like for you, it might have started when you're like in Eagle Scouts, or even before that,
maybe. Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
To serve, right?
Yeah.
And to show up and to do your best, and all these little characteristics that end up leading you to maybe what your big why is, if that's even important to you. I know it's important to Katie.
That's why I wake up every day, put my pants on, and come to the office. So, yeah, it's a concept that I didn't know about till I joined the team, which now is 6 years.
Six years ago.
Five.
Don't do it.
5.5.
Don't do it.
5.5.
6.
Nope. 5.5.
5.5. Yeah, I didn't really know
All right.
what the big why was and why. I think I've always had a big why because I've been goal driven since I could walk, it seems like. I mean, when I was like 7 years old, I had a goal, and all I wanted to do was buy a bike, my first bike. And so I did lemonade stands until I could buy my bike, and I knew
That's awesome.
it was at Sports Chalet. I knew how much it was, and I went and paid for my bike with quarters and dimes and nickels from my lemonade stand because my
amazing.
big why was I wanted a bike to ride around the neighborhood with all my friends. And so thinking of the big why when setting bigger goals and in real estate and life is just really exciting because the sky is the limit. You can have,
The life that you
any
want.
kind of a dream that you want. Yeah, turn it into reality.
And that sort of question, I don't think prior to coming to the team, and if I hadn't been in this space with you guys, I don't think in my life I ever would have been asked that question or posed that question in that way. Because prior to being here, it was always growing up playing sports. What's your motivation?
Yeah.
What's going to motivate you? And you're a 14, 15-year-old kid, and it's like, well, getting a medal or getting a trophy or doing this over the summer so that I can get something tangible. And the why question, when you're talking about where it started, I still struggle with that question because I'm still from my previous year, like I'm still on a sprint. My why is a sprint, and it's not. I don't think I've experienced enough or experienced something so deep rooted to where I'm like, okay, now I truly, truly understand why I'm here.
I think it can come in seasons too. It's like it
can.
doesn't
Just gonna say
always
that.
have to be like your big why today might not be your big why next year. Mine's morphed and changed over the last 5-10 years.
Yeah. I remember when Haley was with us, she had a really hard time finding her big why at first because she just didn't have much to pay for or much to provide for. And I remember telling her, and I'll tell you the same thing, not that life hasn't changed for you already since you've been with us, but you joined us at the same kind of season that she was in, which is you didn't have a girlfriend or a boyfriend or a baby or a house or a lot of bills. And so I think that initially it might just be motivation or achievement or making it or getting past some milestone. But the problem is when people root their big why in achievement, you'll tire out because it's not enough. It's enough to create momentum. It's not enough to sustain momentum, right? And so I think there's a lot of people that struggle with that question of like, what is it that drives you to get out of bed, put your pants on and come into the office in the morning? And it's interesting because sometimes it's just knowing that you all are here. Like I'm showing up for you more than I'm showing up for me.
Yeah.
But it's so important to sort of unravel or reverse engineer. Like what is it back when I was a kid that drove me to want to get a bike, right? So I think there's surface level motivation and then there's the deep rooted, like what are you doing this for? Like why do you keep going? Why do you want to do more? And usually that has to do with seasons, right? Like my season of having 2 children is probably different than your season of not having any children yet, right?
Yeah.
Neither is right or wrong,
Cameron's
but you've got to like sync up at each shift or pivot in your life because seasons change frequently.
I don't know. I think that it's a weird conversation because if you think about it, like Cameron was kind of talking about growing up, like I don't think my parents really no one had a big why prior to like, I don't know, me being 40.
No one in your family?
No one that I knew. People's big why was
Like
like
a new
I have
concept.
bills. I got to get up and go to work.
Well, sometimes
Right?
that is enough.
Right, but it wasn't your driver to be attached to your big why, right? I think what happens is potentially people who are in our world and kind of the business world and entrepreneurship world where they're hearing about the big why over and over and over again. And could it be possible that maybe if they don't understand their big why, that they become handicapped, as if I don't want to do anything until I understand my big why, because everyone I'm around is so intentional in their life.
I think you just have to be more in tune when you're an entrepreneur, because being an entrepreneur has significant upside, but I think that we experience a lot of pain along the way too, that we have to be able to overcome. So, if you're not in tune to the bigger dream, the bigger goal, then being an entrepreneur is probably not the right path for you, because we don't just go to work and, have the option to have a lazy day. Like, maybe we can have 1 or 2 lazy days, but then that will get in the way of our ability to be in this business. True. So, we can't just clock in and clock out and hope that we did the right work. But there's, the more narrow path of being an entrepreneur requires you to have much more, insight into why you chose that path, because you can't allow too many days that you're not in tune with the direction that you're supposed to be going and the work that you're supposed to be doing.
Well, and for someone that maybe is listening to this or reading about Big Why or trying to think, like, I think that there's an element to where you have to learn to perform without purpose, right?
Yep.
And we've talked about this before.
Yep.
It's like you need to still perform without purpose. If you don't know your big why, you still need to get up and go do the activities. Because if you're constantly and you're consistently and you're disciplined enough to perform without purpose, at some point your big why and your purpose is going to slap you right in the face.
Yep.
And so you got to be ready for it.
Habits are already going to be there.
Yeah. Totally. I don't know. Katie, what was your big why since you started?
So my big why when I very first started was I wanted to buy a cabin in Tahoe. And it wasn't buying the house. It wasn't being able to say I have a house in Tahoe. It was to have a space where family and friends could come and unplug and find safety and security, which are my core values, to bring everyone in my world together. So it's, and just like, as soon as anytime I've gotten to Tahoe, it's like my resting heart rate just drops. Like the calmness. And so my big why was to achieve buying a house so I could have that space at any time that I wanted. And now my big why is, part of that is paying my mortgage so I can sustain that part.
Yeah.
And by the way, I was one of the buyers that bought when things were crazy.
Yeah.
And not crazy in the low rates crazy. I'm talking like rates skyrocketed and I still took the leap because it made sense for my life.
Yeah.
But yeah, my big why still sits so much in Tahoe, and it's just because of what it's provided for myself and spouse and family and the team. Michelle's up there right now with her. She texted me. She's like, hey, so Logan's brother and my sister want to come. Is it okay? And I'm like, more the merrier. I'm like, pull out the air mattress, and my heart is so warm knowing that it's just being used right now and building memories for their kids. Like, that's what it's about.
Is she staying up there for Thanksgiving?
No, she comes back on Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What a cool thing that you're doing for people.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
What are you all doing for Thanksgiving? So Thanksgiving's right around the corner, by the way.
Next week.
And so, do you know what Thanksgiving is? That what that means?
Like the Webster's dictionary definition?
Well, not like Katie's Huddle yesterday morning where she puts everyone on the spot and says, what are you thankful for and what are you looking forward to? And by the way,
I preface that with Thanksgiving gives mad anxiety, so it didn't start with all loving.
Well, and by the way, this will air before Thanksgiving, and also,
I'm sorry, family.
I was grateful for, or I was excited for, going to see Wicked.
Yes,
tonight.
you are.
Yes.
Don't talk to me about it. I want to go see it tonight, but my daughter left me for a trip to go see her best friend in Idaho, so I don't get to see it until she gets back, and we're watching it on Tuesday.
Well,
but if you noticed, my nails are actually half pink, half green, depending on the lighting.
Oh, those are pretty cool.
I did actually just notice that while we were talking.
Thank you. It was purposeful. And Riley was like, Mom, are they still going to be on you when we go see it next Tuesday? And I was like, yes, sweetheart. She didn't. She wanted to make sure I bought these for Wicked.
I love it.
Yeah.
Are you guys into the soundtrack, Cam?
It stopped playing. That soundtrack stopped playing about 3 months ago, and I'm mentally preparing for
doubt it's gonna
the
start again.
soundtracks to come back into my life
Well,
consistently.
but the Wicked 2 soundtrack actually didn't drop until last night. So you're talking about
no, I'm
the
saying
OG
like,
Wicked.
yeah, because it's all going to get played together.
Well,
yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
It's not like it's just going to be the second album.
I listened to it on the way to work this morning.
Did you?
There it is.
Everything that really counts to be popular.
Let's do it.
I'll help you be popular.
You can do it. Do it.
You'll hang with the right chords. You'll be good at sports.
I don't know the whole song, or else I'd sing it.
Well, I mean, it's literally, I didn't even know what it was about. Like, I went and saw it in New York City on Broadway, and I knew it has some sort of thing to do with Wizard of Oz,
Yeah.
but I didn't even know. And so, you go, and I don't want to ruin it to number 2 if you haven't seen number 2, but
Well, none of us have seen number 2.
well, if you know the story though, right?
Yeah, sure.
And so, but anyway, there's seeing the whole play. And by the way, the play is like 6 hours long.
It is not.
It's the longest thing I've ever said.
It's not. It's
And-
not 6 hours.
You haven't
And
been to a
there was an
Catholic wedding
intermission.
then.
Oh no, there was an intermission. There was an intermission at like 2.5 hours in,
Yeah, no doubt.
and so anyway, the second one is like 2 hours and change. So the first one was 3 hours.
First one is
Yeah.
3 something.
But anyway, it's going to be great.
Yeah.
But the Thanksgiving means something that's super special to primarily Americans. So would you like me to take you through that?
Please.
Sure, walk us through, enlighten us.
Thanksgiving is the start of dip season. That's right, everyone. Dip season. Not Cameron's Zen dip.
What in the world?
Dips.
What is dip
Dips.
season?
Dips, like chips and dips.
Oh,
Oh,
Dips.
I have dips year round.
dog! I've been
No.
I eat
I
dip
do too.
365.
No, trust me. Trust me.
Like-
There's a thing. It's called dip season. And it starts right around Thanksgiving, which starts on Thanksgiving. And it goes till about Easter, but then it shows up again on 4th of July.
I've never heard of chips and salsa being part of Thanksgiving.
Well, no, it's not part
Maybe
of
I
it.
should
It just
bring
means that
some
they
this
start.
year.
It starts to become more of a thing, like legit
Go to parties and there's just dip.
dips. Okay,
Separate
everywhere.
bean dip.
There was
Yes.
like 5 dips last night.
No,
There were lots of dips last night.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly. They know it's a known thing.
But like, what about all the summer margarita parties? You'd have to have dip there too.
Well, that's why I said that. There's a little kind of like, oh, let's celebrate a little bit of dip season around the 4th of July, and then
This is like
they'll go back
heavy
dormant
dip.
again.
I just think-
I eat a whole tub of jalapeno artichoke dip.
Oh, that's-
at least
that's
one tub
so
a month.
good.
Like one, not like
Wow.
a tub, but like a little thing.
Tub a month. Get it at Costco.
Well,
Yeah, that's
Never heard of dip season.
For-
that's bold.
I think I
Well,
just
you
live
have
in
now.
dip year every year.
Franken
well,
dip.
the
Yeah.
good news is for you all, I have the top 10 dips of all time.
Top 10 dips.
Oh,
here.
here we go.
Top
Is
10
one
dips.
of them Shelby's microphone?
It's
Is this
dipping down.
My microphone is in constant dip season.
Well, listen, this is our
Yeah.
podcast episode number 1, and so we will make sure that that's fixed on our next show.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna read off the top 10 dips, and if we had a producer, there would be a drum roll, but we don't. So it's just there you go. Thank you.
Katie's the
It's
producer.
like hey, it's that season. It's actually the Christmas Vacation drum roll, right, where they do the drum roll. Ready? Drum roll, please.
I don't know what that has to do with anything, but okay, we're gonna go with it.
That's it. Okay. Number
That was so
10
cool.
is crab dip.
As long as it doesn't have white creamy stuff in it.
As a
Crab
matter of
dip is
fact,
white
always
creamy.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just
it
take
has
the crab.
cream cheese.
Yeah, I'm out.
Okay. Pimento cheese. No?
I don't know if
Oh,
I've ever
however,
had pimento
pimento.
tea.
When
I
you
haven't had
live in the
pimento.
South,
That's
which I
huge.
did for 7
It's
years,
everywhere.
that's a thing.
I eat
Yeah, it's a
pimento
thing.
cheese sandwiches, right?
Yeah.
It
yeah,
literally says Southern Cheddar Heaven.
That's what I said. Carolina,
Is that
shout out to
pimento
my
cheese
Carolinas
dip?
crew.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And then number 8's hummus, which there was a whole lot of hummus last night.
I
here.
like hummus.
It was good.
This is a year-round
Yes, it is. Apparently sparked by Thanksgiving.
dip season.
What's your favorite hummus? Because here we have classic, roasted garlic, spicy.
Well, she
The
says
Sabra
say
spicy one.
So
The Sabra.
from the
Katie loves
nugget,
spicy.
they have homemade jalapeno hummus dip, and it is
Bomb. The bomb.
Is it better than the
So
nugget
good.
sandwiches though? Because those are life changing.
Yeah.
it's neck and neck.
That's
Okay.
childhood,
It's
right?
good.
Number 7, ironically, number 7 is 7-layer bean dip.
I called it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I did.
7-layer bean. What
There's
are
white
the
creamy stuff
so
in
the
it.
bonus question is can you name all 7 layers?
Sour cream.
Beans.
Let me see. Okay. Oh, sorry.
Beans.
Salsa.
It's beans,
Yep.
Guacamole.
sour cream. No, well,
Yep.
beans, guac,
Yep.
salsa, sour cream.
Yeah.
People either do jalapenos
Cheese.
or black olives and cheese, or peppers or what
We're
have you.
missing something.
That's 6.
Sometimes people put lettuce on it.
Those people.
Yep.
Need to be medicated.
Number 6, French onion dip, which I think is
That's a
savory.
hitter right there.
What do you just go
With
ruffle?
ruffles.
A good
Ruffles.
ruffle.
It
Oh,
has to be ruffled.
Ruffles.
Ruffles.
If you don't have ruffles,
It's got to be
get out of
the.
here.
What's the brand? It's in a white tub, but it has the green label on it. That one.
Green label?
It's the
like
onion dip. I don't know what it's called.
Nature's
You can get
Valley?
it from like Winco or Walmart or Target or
We
wherever.
don't shop at W's, but yes, we
All
do.
right.
Don't shop at
I
W's.
live at W's.
all right.
I live in W's.
Hey, all right. So then we got salsa number 5, and number 4,
Salsa.
spinach artichoke dip.
Pretty good.
They all
Wow.
have white creamy
Wow.
stuff. in it.
Hot spinach artichoke dip or cold
Hot.
spinach
Hot?
artichoke?
Well, it depends.
Hot?
There's the
Hot,
hot is an option.
so-
Gooey's an option.
So much
Gooey.
better. The
I don't
one
like that
from
word.
Yard House.
Yeah,
Number 3, buffalo chicken dip.
Hey, that was here last night.
that goes
That's
crazy.
fair.
Yeah, well,
Did
No.
you bring that?
nope, I did not. I
okay.
brought remember pizza bites.
Yeah, I
and-
just was
rolls?
wondering if the
and-
buffalo
and
dip came
popcorn
from
crack.
you too. Yes.
Number
Popcorn
2,
crack.
number 2 is guacamole, which is one of your favorites, Shelby.
Yeah, I don't like it.
And number 1, anyone know what number 1 is?
Sour cream.
Nope.
Ranch?
It should be queso.
It is.
It is
queso.
Yes.
Right there.
Beer
Okay.
cheese soup.
Beer
Queso.
cheese soup is basically like queso soup.
Queso.
Here's the deal. I was in Nashville this past week, and I had lunch with my college friends because nearly everybody I know has moved to Nashville. And they actually bought me queso for lunch.
Just queso.
Because, well, I mean, and chips for dip, right? But because even
Kickoff
back
dip season.
in college, which is why I was singing along with Wicked, I went to college, little known fact, on a vocal scholarship. Not because I was ever going to be a performer, but just because I love music. And we went on choir tour.
You're gonna be popular.
We went on choir tour, and we were in this big, huge, really nice bus. Tour bus. And we pulled up to my parents' house in a neighborhood. And my parents had queso for everybody because I just grew up loving queso. Now, let me give everybody a pro tip. Because there's like queso, and I'll eat all of it, but like the life-altering, life-changing, magical queso,
Taco Bell chips and cheese.
no.
Dang it.
That's subpar. I'm going to change all your lives this weekend.
Life-
Are you
Okay,
ready?
I'm here for it.
You got to go to Costco. Mm-hmm. Okay. It's called K Bueno.
And in the big
It's in the big
tub.
can.
I know
It's in the
exactly what
big
you're talking
can.
about. Of course.
And it like Cam, huge thing.
Like metal tin? Is it like
Metal
the one that you
hu-
get at like you go to a baseball game?
yeah,
and it's
you
like
need
Yeah.
a, you
that
need
kind
a
of
can
cheese?
opener, and
Yeah,
it
you need a
lasts
can
for
opener.
like 5 years, even if it's open.
Except in my house, where it lasts for 1 week.
You guys are
That's
consuming
the life.
so much cheese.
Changing queso.
So, speaking of queso and cheese, we only have a couple minutes left. Should we try, since we talked about Sam behind his back, should we call him real quick and
Let's call him.
call him?
Yeah, let's see if we can get him on the pod.
Let's see if he can answer.
Get him on the
Let's
pod.
see here.
See what he's up to.
Think he'll answer?
Doubt it.
What do you think he's doing right now?
Wrangling
Changing
9
his kid's
dogs.
diaper. Or wrangling 9 dogs. Hey,
Hey, Sam, you're live on the air.
Hey,
Sam, you're literally
What's up,
live
Sam?
on
You're
the
on
air.
the podcast.
Thank you for calling me live on the air. What's up?
Yep. We have been talking about you and your preaching.
Okay.
Yep, your huddles. We have been inspired by your huddles, and we just wondered if you had a quick 1 minute preaching huddle for us.
Sure. A 1 minute preaching huddle. I think one of the biggest things that people run into when they have problems with other people, whether it be an issue in a marriage, in a relationship, with kids, or if you're doing real estate with clients, a lot of the times when animosity starts happening is when expectations are either not explained well or not given at all, but still expected to happen. What happens is we have expectations of what people want to do in their lives and what we want them to do. And if we don't explain what we want, what those expectations are to the other person, and then they're not met, we start building animosity towards that other person. And it happens likewise with other people. If they start getting frustrated with us, a lot of the times it's because they had expectations that either we didn't meet that we said we would, or that we didn't even know they had. And that comes to a big gap in communication. Mm-hmm. So when it comes to life, it's really, really good to make sure that when you have something that you expect to happen or that you want to happen, whether, again, it's in a marriage or a friendship or anything, to explain to them, hey, this is what I'm looking for and this is what I want to have happening. And that way they know what to look for and they know and get to choose whether or not they want to fulfill those expectations as opposed to missing them. Mm-hmm. With clients, it's kind of the same thing. People get really frustrated with their agents because agents don't tell them what's going to be happening. Mm-hmm. They don't expect to have an expensive pest report. They don't expect to have loose toilets listed, and they don't know what that means, and it's scary. But when you give them proper expectations beforehand, it's not scary, and they know how to move forward. So I would say that portion with communicating expectations is a huge thing that can help people in most of their lives, and especially in real estate.
So I would actually say that's actually really good clarity, Sam. We could probably have a whole podcast on how agents need to show up inside of transactions in the real estate environment, because when markets shift, agents get stressed, right? We've seen a lot of that, and communication tends to either fall by the wayside or just people are communicating from a place of their own emotion. There could probably be an entire podcast about communication and expectations.
And now everyone's going to go ponder their life.
Well, now
we're
by the river.
Well, we gave a preview for when Sam's on the pod, what he's going to talk about. Mm-hmm. Sam, miss you. Thanks for answering.
Thanks, Sam.
Of course.
Sam.
I miss you guys too.
Talk to you later, man.
We'll see you later, buddy. Happy Thanksgiving.
Bye.
Bye. There it is.
I was off the cuff too. That was.
That's what I'm saying. He just is like, oh, I got 1 minute, and all right,
I'm ready.
It's like he's reading something.
Yep.
Good.
All right. So that's our one down, and who knows how many to go, but it's been fun. It's been real. Yeah. It's been real fun. And Shelby, you have to go because we have something going on this weekend. And
till next time.
Yep. We'll see you guys.
All right.
Thank you.